Alright, if you thought Diablo 4 was already getting crazy, this next expansion is where everything changes. Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred is about to drop, and this is not just another seasonal update, this is basically a full evolution of the game. New region, new classes, massive system overhaul, this might be the biggest turning point Diablo 4 has ever had. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know and why this is actually something you should be excited for. We are getting a brand new map. We are heading to Skovos, one of the oldest regions in Sanctuary. But this isn't just another area to run through. The Skovos Isles are completely new playable region, built around the ancient, lore-rich birthplace of the firstborn Ascari. It introduces a tropical yet dangerous environment filled with volcanic coastline, dense rainforests, and corrupted lands shaped by Mephisto influence. It is a mix of beauty and absolute nightmare feel. And compared to the base game, the atmosphere here feels completely different. So expect new dungeons, new enemies, new exploration, and overall a much stronger reason to actually stay in the open world. Now, this is where things getting really interesting. We are getting two new classes. First, the one everyone has been waiting for, Paladin. The classic holy warrior is finally back. We are talking about auras, blast hammer, shield-based combat, and massive holy damage. But this isn't just a copy of the old Paladin. This version is designed as a defensive frontline fighter that blends melee combat, support, and battlefield control. Instead of just bursting enemies down, the Paladin focuses on controlling fights and sustaining pressure. Its signature mechanic is the Arbiter form, a temporarily angelic transformation that increases movement speed, deals damage while moving, and enhances Disciple skill. So if you love Paladin in Diablo 2, you are going to feel right at home here, just with a more modern design. And yes, you can play the Paladin immediately if you pre-purchase the expansion. And then we have the complete opposite, Warlock. This is the brand new class. The Warlock is essentially the dark mirror of the Paladin, a visionary master who weaponized the power of hell itself. Instead of safely commanding demons, the Warlock binds and controls them through force and sacrifice. It builds around risk versus reward, a scaling damage caster that becomes stronger the longer a fight lasts. Where the Paladin protects and stabilizes, the Warlock escalate and take risks for power. So yeah, light versus darkness, Paladin versus Warlock, that contrast alone already sounds insane. Now this next part is huge. Every single class is getting a major skill tree rework, and this is not just a small adjustment. We are talking about new skill variants, deeper customization, and much more meaningful choices. The structure itself has changed. Key passives are being removed, new branches are being added, and skills now come with more customization options, not just in power, but even visually. So your build is no longer just about stacking stats on gear, your skill tree is finally becoming a core part of your power. And honestly, this is something Diablo 4 has needed for a long time. At the same time, the level cap is increasing to 70. That means more progression, smoother power scaling, and more room to fully develop your builds. And when you combine that with the new skill system, yeah, builds are about to go crazy. Now this is pure nostalgia. The Horadric Cube is coming back, but it is not just for show, it is part of a completely revamped crafting system that gives players far more control over their gear. You will be able to combine items, modify affixes, adjust stats, and even transform gear into stronger version. The goal here is simple: reduce reliance on pure RNG and give players more control over progression. And if they get this right, this could completely change how we farm and optimize gear. On top of that, we are also getting charms and talisman. This introduces an entirely new layer of build customization. Charms are socketed into talisman, and when you combine matching ones, you unlock additional bonuses. This system allows you to stack power and synergy without locking your build into specific gear slot. So instead of being restricted by equipment, you are expanding your build through systems. More stats, more synergy, more possibilities. Now let's talk about Endgame, because this is where things get serious. First, we have War Plan. This system allows you to build a structured path of 5 endgame activities. Instead of randomly jumping between content, you choose the order and apply modifiers that change how each activity plays. These modifiers can affect enemies, mechanics, and rewards, and in some cases, they even carry over into the next activity. So instead of repeating the same grind, you are actually planning your progression. You decide what to run, how difficult it gets, and how rewarding it becomes. For the first time, Endgame feels like something you control, not something that controls you. And then we have Echoing Hatred. This is rare, escalating challenge mode triggered by a special drop. Each run features changing enemies' composition, increasing difficulty, and scaling rewards. It is designed as a long-form survival test rather than quick farming. This is where your build gets pushed to its absolute limit. Think of it as how strong is your build, really? Alright, now this one is completely unexpected. Fishing. Yes, fishing is actually coming to Diablo 4, and honestly after hours of demon slaying, this might be the most relaxing features in the entire game. And apparently, you can even fish in lava. I'm not even going to question that. Do we need fire resistance on the fishing rod now? I don't know, but I'm ready. And finally, one of the most requested features ever, load filter. This is massive quality of life upgrade, and it is available to all players even if you don't own the expansion. The system allows you to control exactly what items appear on the ground based on your goal. Whether you are hunting for perfect greater affixes, chasing mythic uniques, or trying to reduce clutter, you decide what matters. No more picking up trash, no more wasting time, just clean, focused farming. So yeah, new region, 2 new classes, massive system rework, endgame overhaul, and long requested features finally added. This is not just an expansion, this is basically Diablo 4 version 2.0. And if Blizzard actually delivers on all of this might be the update that brings a lot of players back. So what do you think? Is Lord of Hatred going to revive Diablo 4? Or is it just more hype? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more Diablo 4 guides, farming methods, and preparation tips, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.